Given your experience in the prison system, what would sort of be your guess as to the percentage of the population that really is truly innocent? And
Sure.
do you feel like going through that experience you have any more insight than anyone else? Or?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, well, my views are always shaped by what I learned, firstly, but then secondarily by my experience. So it's a combination of the two. I think either approach solely is error. So there were 13 people that I knew of, that I did time with, that in the course of my 16 years that were proven innocent either before I was or after I was. So that's 13 and 16 years. Only 3 of them that I have an idea that they were innocent, so it was kind of like 2 ships passing in the night. Again, there's more than 320 DNA proven wrongful convictions across the country. There's, the registry has a 1,560. Every time a junk science has been exposed as such, stuff that previously has passed for legitimate evidence in the court system, whether we're talking fingerprints where there's no universally accepted standard of how many points of match there have to be in order for a match, tire tracks, hair bite marks, footprints, voice stress. That's just a few of the junk sciences. A dog scent testimony, my favorite, which would be laughable if it wasn't so serious. I mean, they give the dog an item from a crime scene, and the dog sniffs it, and then they bring him an item from a suspect, and if the dog barks, that means he recognized the. Yeah, right, except that this guy practiced for like 20 years in Florida and Texas, and people were wrongfully convicted based on that. Okay, so and then every time there's a rogue law enforcement, for example, there was one rogue detective in Brooklyn, Scarcella, who was found to have used the same drug addict who was a prostitute, who as the sole eyewitness in not 2, not 3, but 6 different homicides. Right, so there's between different newspaper reports, 40, 50, up to 80 cases just from him alone that are being reviewed. So when you think about that, and you think about all these junk sciences, and you think about even forensic fraud, where no testing at all goes on, they just give prosecution favorable results. Again, the iceberg, all that goes into my figure, which I'll tell you now. I think, my educated guess, I think it's 15 to 20%. That's my estimation. Well, let's say less than that. That's my opinion. But if you think about 2.3 million people incarcerated, that if you want to say 10%, do the math. You want to say 5%, you want to say 2%. That's still a staggering amount.